As I have already joined, I have already learned. I have already completed one course other than Refactor. Okay, I thought I have a good knowledge, but no, Refactor would show you, the inside out of the industry, like the industry how works, how what is the actual application is going to be in the industry, how you are going to work in there. So many things Refactor will teach you. The material they give you is amazing. I mean, the study material, the questions for the interview, they will make sure that your confidence is high and you are ready for the interviews. So that is a plus point of the interview. I would really recommend Refactor to everybody. I mean, who is searching for a job. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And describe to me a little bit about the projects that you did.
Okay, in my academics, I had done a pizza delivery management system. Where for backend we used Spring Boot with Java, okay, and for frontend we use a React.js, and for managing the database we use MySQL as a DBMS. Here in Refactor, I worked on a microservice. Okay, I had no idea about the microservices, how it works actually, but that is the main all the industries are using that, right? So I was okay. The project I did in my academics was monolithic application, but here in Refactor, I got to know how the microservices works and how your application should be, break down into the multiple pieces, and it should so that the dependency on a particular will be as minimum as possible. So I got to learn that. Also, the concepts, okay, if you look at the OOPS concepts, so these are the basic concepts of the backend programmer. So how to implement those efficiently, that all I learned in here. There was an application about social media app, okay, social media app, and we tried to just break it down into different microservices, how we made a gateway and
How many companies did you end up giving interviews for? What were the kind of interview questions that were asked?
Okay, I gave interview for 3 companies, one for front end, and okay, I got to know. Okay, I used to think like, okay, I know pretty much because I had given interview, all the students were given interview at my college. There was particular questions. You just by heart those questions and you will get a job like that. So I thought, okay, I have a knowledge, pretty much knowledge, and I will crack through it. But no, that was not the situation. There were so many new concepts, so many new questions in that interview. I was I mean, yeah, you know. So then Soja sir shared me a PDF about, I mean, all the material. This is Refactor is providing a lot of material which is important for your interviews. So I just went through that, all the material, what would be the questions, the interview questions, and what would be the optimized answers for that. So I went through that, and then my interviews started going well.
Akshay, can you tell me a little bit about your background, family background?
Okay. So my name is Akshay Kadam. We are 4 in our family. My father, my mother. I have a younger brother. I'm a mechanical engineer. My father is. We have a shop, a footwear shop. My father runs it. My mother is a homemaker, and my younger brother is also an engineer. He's from electronics and telecommunication, and he's working at Mumbai. I was also working for I
Okay.
have 4 years, 3.5 years of experience in mechanical industry. Then I decided to switch it into IT industry. I was working as a quality engineer in a L&T company, which is in Gujarat, Hazira,
Okay.
and I was working under a quality control department.
I see. Interesting. Okay. So why the switch? How did you think of coming from mechanical to software?
Okay, there are so many things. Okay, there is a situation in your life where you just, or in a career where you just have to upgrade your skills in order to move forward, and that was the call. And I was always curious about softwares and all, because since my college days, in my college days, there was a language called C, and the project we made was highly depended on software analysis, and that was the first time I got to know how software runs and how strong softwares could be, how interesting it is. And looking at the market, I mean, looking at every field, I mean, you would hardly find a field which is where softwares are not being used. So softwares are everywhere. So there is a lot of opportunities also. So I decided to take that chance, and I would say that was the best decision I have ever made, because I'm really enjoying it. I really liking in here.
If you have any network, would you recommend Refactor Academy to your friends? Or if you
Yes, ma'am, surely. I have already recommended it so many
Okay.
friends, and they will start calling you soon.